Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com, here with random reviews from the Overflow room. And today we're still working our way through Mahler. Oh, so much Mahler. Starting with this, the original version of Das Klagende Lied with the offstage bands and all the stuff that Mahler later edited out when he reduced it from 3 parts to 2. Waldmärchen only exists in the original version, but the rest of it, there's some very interesting things. And this is a very fine performance with the Halle Orchestra and Choir under Kent Nagano. And I think it's still the only show in town for the original version. There may be another one since then, but this is essential if you want to know the work as Mahler originally conceived it, and it is amazing as Mahler originally conceived it. I do believe that this should be performed if you want to do the 3-part version, and if you want to do the 2-part version, do the revision, because then you get Mahler's thoughts both ways. It's youthful and fresh and bizarre, and it's got all kinds of fun stuff happening in it. So that's fun. Mahler 7, San Francisco Symphony, Michael Tilson Thomas. He does a wonderful Mahler 7, but he did a better one for RCA with the London Symphony Orchestra than this one, which, like so much of his San Francisco Mahler, was recorded. I mean, this was a big deal because these were SACDs and surround sound and all that stuff. They never sounded great. They just didn't. The orchestra plays wonderfully. The performance is just a little bit, as I've said before, late Tilson Thomas, he became more micromanagey, a little bit less spontaneous, but it's very good. So I'm not going to, dump all over it. Giulini, Das Lied von der Erde. Yeah, with the Vienna Phil, along with Mozart's G minor symphony. This is with Brigitte Fassbender and Francisco Ariza, the same folk who recorded it with Giulini for Deutsche Grammophon, but this is live from 1987, and I think it's probably better than the DG one in some respects. I really do. This is 2 discs on Orfeo. It's Giulini, it's Mahler. You're going to get it. So, if you can, I don't think it exists anymore, frankly. It's why I hang on to it. Mahler 1 with Kirill Kondrashin and the NDR Symphony Orchestra. I was involved in the issue of these recordings. I was up there at NDR looking through their record library with my dear friend, Dr. Sören Meyer-Eller, and we were trying to come up with a program of releases because in those days, the German orchestras were the German radio was told they were getting their subsidies cut and they needed to start making money. And they were sitting on these unbelievable libraries of fabulous stuff. Like Kondrashin doing Mahler, extremely excitingly. It's a very fine performance. And it's 48 minutes. He really, Kondrashin did not take prisoners when he did Mahler. And I remember being up there at NDR, and it was such it was a fascinating thing, and I also had the lung infection, so I was hacking and coughing, and I felt like I was going to die, but I wasn't going to miss it for the world. And we were in the music library, which was amazing. The resources these people have in the NDR campus. It's a campus. It's building after building after building. It's city blocks of building. They had tons and tons and tons of money. But the big story about NDR, and this was the thing, is that the guy we were working with, who was extremely nice and understanding and helpful, told us how he had gone away on vacation. This was their attitude towards money. He had gone away on vacation, and he came back, and they had a group called NDR Media or something like that was responsible for creating an image for North German radio in Hamburg. They had to create an image. And so they had to have a logo and a thing, and everything had to be redesigned. And the logo, the color, the official color was NDR blue. And so when he came back, he noticed that all of the toilets in all of the lavatories had been painted NDR blue because it was part of their image. So from then on, everything had to be blue. That was the diktat that came from the media group responsible for these things. And they redesigned the NDR logo. And what that meant was that all of the tapes in their music library, and we're talking millions of recordings, had to be rebranded with the new NDR logo. It was so bizarre. Oh my gosh, it was weird. NDR Kultur. See, there it is. There they are, the people who spent God knows how many millions coming up with that. But happily, they did some releases, which, because of distribution issues, I believe, and some other issues, never went anywhere, particularly because they know how to spend money, but they don't know how to earn any. They really don't. But we got this, the Kondrashin Mahler 1. So yay! At least that showed up. Then we got, let's see, Mahler 9 with Tilson Thomas in San Francisco. This is a beautiful Mahler 9. It really is. It's very well done. It's exciting. It's fresh. It's not too fussed with. It's decently recorded. The finale is 27 minutes and 50 seconds on the slowish side, but not to the point of, and it's worth hearing. Absolutely. Mahler 8 with Kent Nagano and Harmonia Mundi. A somewhat decadent, lush, leisurely traipse through the thickets of Mahler 8, but beautifully sung and beautifully played and recorded. It's with the Berlin Radio, isn't it? Yes, Berlin Radio Choir and the Deutsche Symphony Orchestra Berlin. Yes, that's them. It's an hour and 28 minutes long, so it's on the slow side, but it's lovely. Very, very, very beautiful. Mahler 8, again, with Kubelik live. So he's 73 minutes as opposed to nearly 90 or 88 with Kent Nagano. He always did it quicker. This is with Martina Arroyo, which is wonderful soprano, and Edith Mathis and Ernest Sporenberg and Julia Hamari and Norma Proctor, Donald Grobe, Fischer Dieskau, Franz Krass, bunches of choirs. I mean, this is at the same time. When was this recorded? Let me just find the date on this sucker. 70. So it's around the same time as his studio recording, but it's much, much bigger sounding and more exciting. I will say there is one moment here where like the whole ensemble goes to pieces in the second movement, but that's live. Things happen. Then we've got Mahler 1, Titan, symphonic poem in symphonic form. The Weimar version of 1893, including Blumina. This is the Pannon Philharmonic Orchestra in Pécs, Hungary, under Zsolt Hamar on Hungariton. Okay, got it. Again, this was the time this version was something nobody heard. The revision is much better, but it had Blumina, the movement that Mahler later took out, which Ozawa recorded beautifully for Deutsche Grammophon. And so I got it and I hang on to it. It's not a great Mahler one, but it's fun to have. Songs of a Wayfarer, Kindertotenlieder, Rückertlieder with Andreas Schmidt and Jesus Lopez Cobos, the Cincinnati Symphony Orchestra. Well, I think it's better than Thomas Hampson and Bernstein, frankly. It's on Telarc. The sound is marvelous. It's good. It's well sung. It may not be the most characterful versions of these works, but there's nothing wrong with them, and it's nice having them together, and I enjoyed it. And then we've got this Vienna, the Mahler years, 1897 to 1907 on Symposium. This is just a bunch of arias and things from acoustic recordings of singers who lived in Vienna and worked with Mahler, possibly, because these are around 1904, 1907, 1905, 1903, 1902, when Mahler was actually there. There isn't any Mahler's music on here, is there? No, there is not. But you've got all these famous singers, Richard Myers, Selma Kurtz, Leo Slezak, Berta something around, Chiorina, and Anna Mildenberg. Oh, she was major. And, some of these people are still in good voice. Some of them are not. And Lily Lehman and Leopold Demuth, and the list is endless. And it's on Symposium Records, and I have it under Mahler because it's the Mahler years, and I would not know where else to put it. And it's almost intolerable to listen to these things, but you hear the voice. And it's Wagner and German people and Carmen and Mignon and Aida and Traviata, Rigoletto, and all in German, of course. Well, some of it's in Italian. Anyway, that's it. It's very historical. And I have very little patience for things that are that historical, although it's interesting. I keep saying it's interesting. It's historically interesting. Is it musically interesting? Not really. Not for me. For, students of the voice, I'm sure they'll glean something from it. But, they have more patience than I. So there you have it, my friends. Keep on listening. And thanks for joining me. There's more Mahler to come.